Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who are well and taught us truth. Today's lesson is going to go into how all this is going to pass away as a dream. And, we're going to be perfect. And everything that we're going through right now isn't going to be remembered. We're not going to have to go through this no more, man. Revelation 21 and verse 4. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And then LT it says, He will wipe every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death, or sorrow, or crying, or pain. All these things are gone forever. Now let's go back to the KJV and look up that word past, or passed away. Make sure my G565, to go away, to depart. To go away. Of departing, to go away of departings, evils, and sufferings. So that's what's about to happen. Evils, sufferings, torments, captivities, all that's going to go away. All that is going to go away, and it's going to be as a dream. One day we're going to be here in Babylon, then the next day we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be like a dream. It's going to be like a nightmare. Esau is going to pass away as a dream, and that's what it says in Job. Put up dream. This is Job 20, and we'll start at verse 5. We'll start at 4. Job 24. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite before a moment. So this captivity, this lowest state that we're in, it's not going to be forever. It's short, man. It's short-lived. The word, because right now they're triumphing. H7445, it says ra na na. So it says, ringing cry, shout for joy, singing, joyful voice. So that's what they're doing right now. They're triumphing. And you get that word triumph. Look up. A great victory or achievement. So their victory is going to be short, man. And soon everything that we've had to go through under the rulership of Esau, Edom, as well as the rest of the captivities, since we transgressed the Lord, is going to be short-lived, man. It's going to be short-lived, and it's not going to last forever. It says, verse 6, though his excellency mount up to the heavens. We didn't get that word short. So like real quick, short. H7138, it says, Wab, near, of place, of time, kinship. So yeah, short, man. Shortly, nigh at hand. Job 20 verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Where is he, man? Where are they? And that's what it's going to be like, man. Once we're going to get into the kingdom, he's going to perish. And he's never to be thought of again, never to be worried about again. You worry, you looking over your shoulder, damn, I got to worry about Esau. So on and so forth. Verse 8, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And then NLT, it says, verse 8, they will fade away like a dream and not be found. They will vanish like a vision in the night. So that's what's about to happen, man. Esau is about to be brought out of rulership. And all this that we're going through right now is going to be likened to a dream, man. All the sufferings and everything that we go through under this wicked vibration is going to be null and void. And we're going to go back to being perfect, man. To being kings. I get one more scripture and then go ahead and start headed to work. This is what I want to get. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse, matter of fact, we'll get to two more. 1 Corinthians 15 and 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. So as we are now, we can't enter into the kingdom as we are now in these filthy, vile bodies, man. Verse 51, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. But we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So we gotta put on this immortality. We can't enter into the kingdom with these fleshly, vile bodies, man. And the Lord said, this is what He's going to do for us. The new covenant. Verse 54. So then this corruptible which shall put on incorruption, and this mortal. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? Because the grave isn't going to have its victory over the nation of Israel again. Death isn't going to have the sting that it has on the nation of Israel anymore. We're going to be perfect. Never to die again. Never to think about death again. We're not going to think about, oh, damn, we might die tomorrow. Oh, man, we only got 1,000 more years left before we die. No, we're going to be living for all eternity, man. Everything that we're going through right now, all that's going to be out the window, as they say, man, in the world. And we're going to be perfect in a righteous, upright, everlasting kingdom. Daniel 2 verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So I'm going to get going. So like it said, man, it said, and it shall stand forever. So what we're about to come into is an everlasting, way of living, an eternal way of living, and most importantly, a righteous, perfect way of living, man. Because right now we're not living. This isn't true living. Slaving for Esau every day, because not getting your paycheck for until the end of the week or in 2 weeks or twice a month. This isn't. Damn. The land not getting its rest. The land Sabbath every 7 years. Esau over top of us in this rulership position. Because when you work, man, you're supposed to get your day's paid wage that same day. You're supposed to get paid every day at the end of the day, man, according to the scriptures. You have Israelites, scared for their life, not knowing if they're going to make it to the next day. This isn't a way of living, man. This is a nightmare. This isn't a fine dining, as they say. This isn't our rest, because we're not resting right now. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. So this place is far from rest, man. Even though Esau has painted it as a facade of rest, it's not true rest. And you can't get rest here. You always got to pay something. You always got to fix something. Even if you buy a house, buy a land, you still gotta pay mortgages on that house. You gotta pay mortgages on that land. So, and if you don't pay, you buy a land for $30K, however many acres, yada yada yada. You buy it for $30K. You build a house on it. If you don't, and then if at the end of the year, each year, man, if you don't pay them mortgages for on that land, on that house, then they can come and take your land away. They can come and take that house away, man. So nothing is really yours in this society. You buy a car, you buy a Hellcat, a Scat, as they say, for 45, 50K, however much they be, and you buy it straight out cash money. You still gotta pay for them tags to get on that car. You still gotta pay for the license plate on that car every damn year. And if you don't pay it, what? You can't drive the car. So they always got a system of, even if you pay for something straight out, they still have a system to say you still got to come to us. So you're never really self-sufficient, self-living in this society, man. It's always something that you got to do, and that's not a way of living. What does it say in Ecclesiastes? It's in Ecclesiastes. Let me see if I can get it real quick while I'm at this stoplight. This is Ecclesiastes, I believe it's 10. Yeah. Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And as Esau is a servant, man. He's on the horse. He's on the pinnacle. He's at the top, the tippity top. While the Israelites, the princes, are at the bottom, man. And Esau is in this rulership position to where you can't. You do as I say. What they say, do as I say, not as I do. So while Esau is doing all this wickedness, ungodliness, they're saying, well, you can't do that, but we can do that, which is complete wickedness, man. This is not a way of living. And just as Esau is, so is his people, man. As it says in Ecclesiastes 10. So these people are wicked, ungodly, and so are the people, man. This is gross darkness, as it says in Isaiah 60:2. For darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness to people. We're surrounded. Why would we want this? Why would we want to be awake? Why would we want this not to be a dream? We don't want to be here, man. Jake wake up saying, oh yeah, this is the best place that I can ever be in. No, this is the worst place you can ever be in, man. This is a nightmare, man. We're surrounded by darkness, surrounded by ungodliness, surrounded by wickedness, surrounded by our enemies. We got to live cordial. That's what the scriptures say anyways. Live peaceably with all men. We got to see moles walking around. We got to see wickedness and perversion, adultery. Our people killing one another on a daily basis, man. And that's not no true way of living. And this is a nightmare. But at the end of the day, this nightmare isn't going to last forever. These sufferings isn't going to last forever. It's only going to last a period of time, man. Because we already know in Job 14 and verse 5, what? Seeing his days are determined, and the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds, determined his bounds that he cannot pass. So this dream, this nightmare isn't going to last forever. We're coming to that appointed, determined time to where the Lord is going to bring him out of power and relieve us of this nightmare. And when you go into that word bounds, I forget what it is in the Hebrew exactly. I forget. But little one, I'll put it in the description box. But when you go into that word bounds, it's going into, something prescribed, like a prescribed portion, a prescribed task. And for example, when you prescribe medicine to a patient, or when a doctor prescribes medicine to a patient, they say, okay, we're going to prescribe you, 10 oxycodons for your sickness, for your pain. We're going to prescribe you 10. Take one once a day for 10 days, and you'll feel better, and you won't get you don't get a refill. So then you go to okay, and they give you the piece of paper with the prescription, and then you go to Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, wherever you get the medicine at. I don't know. Don't take that shit. But you go to Walgreens to get your prescription filled, and they say, okay, well, your prescribed amount is 10 oxycodons once a day for 10 days. And then you say, well, I know the doctor said 10, but can I get 20? They're going to look at your prescription. They're going to say, no, you can't get 20. Because that's not your prescription. That's not the prescribed amount. And then you say, well, can I get a refill? It says no refill, sir. So you don't get no refill. You don't get more than 10. You don't get less than 10. You get that prescribed amount that has been given unto you. And then you take, instead of taking one a day, you're taking 2 a day. And now instead of getting to that 10th day, now you ain't got no more after that 5th day. Now you're addicted. Now you're bugged out. And then you try to go back. Well, I don't have any more. Like, well, what happened to the 10 we gave you? It's gone. Well, that's all you get. That's how it is with Esau, man. Lord prescribed you a set amount for you to have rulership and dominion. And once that time is up, once that prescribed amount, that prescribed time is reached, you can't go any further. You can't go a millisecond further, man. You can't go a week further. You can't go a month further. You can't go a year longer. You can't go a day longer, a second longer. Once the Lord prescribed you something, and we're talking about the Lord here, man, the Most High. Once you get to that prescribed amount, there's no going past it, man. And once we get to that amount, once we get to that day, that great, mighty, terrible day, man, we won't have to go through this anymore, man. And that's for eternity. There ain't no going to another captivity or anything like that, man. Once we get to that prescribed amount that the Lord has already prescribed, that set time, then it's done, man. And we don't have to worry about any of this ever again. As it says in Romans 8 and verse 18, I believe. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us. So we're right there, man. As it says in Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. For the vision is for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So we're right there at the door, man. That we never have to worry about these sufferings and the sufferings that we're going through this life. As it says in 2 Corinthians 4 and 18. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, man. So it's all going to pass away as a dream, and we never have to. And the Lord is about to save us, man. As the scripture also says, as birds fly, so shall the Lord defend the nation of Israel. I believe that's in Isaiah. I just seen 2 birds fly, so that I had to bring that up, man. As birds flying, so shall the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yashad defend the nation of Israel. That's what's about to happen, man. Birds fly, don't they? Yeah. Well, that's just how the Lord's going to save us, man. Now, that's how likely, just as likely as birds are to fly, that's how likely it is for the Lord to save us, man. 100%. So this is just a nightmare, man. We're just enduring it. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the spirit, to the body, to the fold. And before I end it off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to where it's due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Chakwadash. Double honors as always to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom.